have you on Travis.
I'm Abby. Nice to meet you.
So how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So what's your degree?
Business management.
Okay. All right, we're going to get this started. I'm going to ask you a few general questions here. In your own words, how would you describe yourself?
Hardworking for sure. I don't give up on people, and I always try to go over 100% on everything I do.
Good qualities. How has your education prepared you for a career?
My education has prepared me for a career like this because I used to work at Dexter Queen, and I got hired to a floor manager, basically. And so I've got a lot of qualities on, I guess, how to maturely approach a situation, I guess you'd say.
When did you graduate high school?
I can tell you that it doesn't matter if I have a diploma or not. It won't affect how I work.
Are you over the age of 18?
Yes.
Why did you choose the career you are now pursuing?
I don't like to be told what to do. I like to do things my way. If people don't agree with me, I'll work with them, but I believe that I'm good at what I do and what I can do.
Describe a time when you set your sights too high or too low.
I set my sights too high when I worked at Dexter Queen. I thought we came up with Cyclone of the Month flavors, and I thought that pineapples and cone dip and Oreos would be good together because I like those three things. We didn't sell one, so I set my sights too high and I didn't achieve it.
Give me an example of a time when you tried to accomplish something and failed.
I worked a Friday night at Dexter Queen. I wanted to get out of there before 9:30 because I had plans after that with my friends, of course. We didn't meet that. Our ice cream machine started leaking out all the ice cream, so we had to clean the ice cream machine, mop everything up, get the sticky off the floor, everything. So we got it about 10:15, so just something you have to deal with.
What are your greatest weaknesses?
If I had to pick one of my weaknesses, it would be probably my irritability with people. I get frustrated sometimes, but I've worked on that with my previous job at Bank of Advance. I deal with a lot of customers, and you have to deal with their problems, so I've realized that you just need to take a breath and calm down and take it one step at a time.
Do you smoke or use alcohol?
If you're asking if I can pass a drug test, then yes.
Are you able to comply with the company's substance abuse policies?
Yes.
What is your typical way of dealing with conflict? Give me an example.
I don't agree with conflict. There's no point in it. Everyone is not going to see eye to eye at all times, but there is a mature way to approach a situation. You need to take that and just go from there.
Tell me about a time when you were able to successfully deal with another person when that individual may not have personally liked you or you didn't like him or her.
When I worked at Dexter Queen, you work with the public. People love Dexter Queen because it's been there since 1943. So a lot of people would come in for ice cream on summer days, and I did run into quite a few people that I didn't like for past reasons, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just need to be mature about it and do your job.
Okay. Give me an example of a time when you had to make a split-second decision.
The pipes backed up at Dexter Queen, so which means everyone's feces were in the floor and going to the dining room. I wasn't thinking right, so I just think to get mops and hurry up and mop it up and get it out of the dining room so our customers don't leave, whenever I should have just called the manager, the owner of the restaurant, asked her what to do because I'm sure she would have known, but instead I took it upon myself to deal with it and I shouldn't have.
Tell me about a time when you missed an obvious solution to a problem.
Missed an obvious solution. there was an order wrong with an older couple's meal that had been coming there on their anniversary every year since they'd gotten together. We didn't put pickles, I believe, on his burger when he always gets extra pickles. That was a problem, but we fixed it and we went on.
Okay, just a few more questions. What qualities do you have that would make you a good manager?
I believe in everybody. I believe everyone has potential to do a job right. I don't believe anyone is wrong. I think that everyone has a chance at achieving a goal, and I'll give everyone a chance. And if they don't meet it, I can calmly address them the problem and why I don't believe they're suitable for that position.
Okay. What training method would you prefer if you're selected for this position?
I don't really know how to answer that question.
Okay. Talking about the balance between not micromanaging but still being involved enough to catch problems easily, how do you address this issue?
I don't believe you should hover over your workers, because I had experience where my manager hovered over us to see every flaw that we had and they didn't do their job right. If it's a big enough problem, it will be easily seen and you can address it at a later date.
Tell me about a management mistake that you had made in the past and what would you do differently if you had the chance again?
We had bleach testers for our bleach buckets whenever we mopped. I had a really big problem of just pouring bleach into the mop bucket because I love bleach. I think it cleans very well, but we weren't supposed to do that. I would have definitely taken into consideration when I was hired, it was clearly stated to use the bleach tabs to test how much bleach were in the buckets of water, and I should have done that.
How would you discipline an insubordinate employee?
The 3 strikes. I was always taught by that in my previous jobs. 3 strikes, you're out. You know, I'll address you the problem first. The second one, I'm going to tell you what the consequence is. The third one, you're out.
Okay, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We have all of your contact information. We'll be getting back to you shortly. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.